Hey everybody, this is Dano from Every Day is Turkey Day, and here I'll be giving you my predictions for the XXL Freshman class of 2018. Now, last year I did the 2017 class and reviewed their freestyles and their ciphers. I'll probably be doing the same this year, but before everything gets underway, I thought I'd just give my predictions on who's going to make it this year. So now, of course, you have to take into consideration people who turn it down or people who might be touring and just won't be able to do it. But first, I'm going to say the people who I don't think will make it for, maybe obvious reasons. Famous Dex. People thought he should have made it last year. However, he didn't make it because he beat up his girlfriend. And then he kind of went off on XXL and called the lady who kind of curates the freshman list all kinds of bitches and what have you. So he's definitely not going to make it this year. And I don't think TK will make it either, obviously because he's in prison for killing somebody. And, so it's kind of hard to do when you're locked up. But yeah, now let's get on to the list. So first and foremost, I think Cardi B should make the list. I mean, just because she had a #1 hit last year and she kind of popped onto the scene. She worked really hard. And also, she's the first female rapper since like Lauryn Hill in '97 to have a #1 hit on the Billboard charts. So that's fucking crazy, man. Now, I think Cardi B might turn it down, but, I think it would be a good look for her. Any publicity is good publicity. So next, I think Ski Master Slump God is going to make it. I think last year he didn't make it because him and X were kind of, seen as a pair almost, and he was kind of in X's shadows. But since then, he's kind of distanced himself from X, and now people are really starting to recognize him as his own artist. And, some people like him even more than they like X now. So moving on, number 3, Lil Xan. He had that huge song Betrayed. And also I think he signed to, what was it, Def Jam? Man, it might not be Def Jam, but I'm pretty sure he signed to a major label. So that will probably get him a lot of points and get him on the list. Next we have Detroit rapper T Grizzly. Once again, he had a huge song with First Day Out. And since then, he came out with a collab tape with Lil Durk. He had a huge song with Lil Yachty. So I definitely think he was going to be on the list, as he actually could have been on the list last year. But I think this year he'll definitely get on. Next, we have Tekashi 6ix9ine, which I think will get on the list because he has like three huge songs out right now. However, because of his case in the statutory rape thing, they may pass over him, maybe not, I'm not sure. But I think just basically off of buzz and hype, I think he should make the list. Next, we have Trippie Redd, which, to be honest, I'm not really a fan of Trippie Redd. I think he's kind of an annoying guy, but I can see why a lot of people like him, and he has a lot of hot songs out right now. However, with him and Tekashi, since they're beefing, I think if XXL goes with one of them to be in the freshman class, then the other person is probably not going to be on. However, they both have huge songs out right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of them made it. So next we got Lil Pump. And Lil Pump, as well as Cardi B, I think is somebody who probably will turn it down just because he had a huge year last year. And, he doesn't really need it. But just going off of buzz, I think, he's probably definitely going to get invited to be on the list. So number 8, we have Rich Brian, formerly known as Rich Chigga. He's been huge too. And he also, is bringing in the Asian demographic, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think an Asian rapper has ever been on the cover of XXL for the freshman classes. Now, I could be wrong, but off the top of my head, I can't really remember one. But besides just the fact that he's Asian, I mean, he puts out decent music and he has a huge following. So I definitely think he'll make it. Number 9, I got NBA Youngboy. This NBA Youngboy has a big buzz. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it as to why I think he'll make it. And then last but not least, Jaden Smith. Now, I think Jaden Smith will make it because he's had some hits. Also, he's Will Smith's son. So I think just the buzz of putting him on the list and people tuning in to see his freestyle and his cipher, I think that'd be a smart business move on XXL to get people excited and to tune in. Also, I mean, he has the fans for it too, so I don't see why not. So that's my picks. Now, I think XXL, they could definitely probably reach back to a rapper who's already been out a few years and put him on the cover, which has happened before, like with French Montana, who had already been out for like 4 years and who already had a huge fan base and had huge hits, but then they put him on the cover and called him a freshman anyways, which I didn't really get, but you know, it's not my magazine. I think Joyner Lucas could also possibly make the cover. He had that huge song, I'm Not Racist. You know, and he's a lyrical guy, in which if XXL wants to kind of diversify the kind of rappers they put on their cover so they're not all just SoundCloud rappers or all just trap rappers, I could definitely see them throwing Joyner Lucas in there to, you know, kind of give people who like lyrics somebody to root for, somebody to take interest in. And last, as somebody who I think could also make it, is Lil Skies. He kind of came up pretty much because of Cuff Boys, that redheaded dude who has his mom watch SoundCloud rappers and shit. I guess he pretty much came up from that, but he's also made a huge fan base just off his music and by himself. So I definitely think he could possibly be on there too. But yeah, that's pretty much my picks. I mean, let me know in the comments what you think, who you got, and yeah, I'll be interested to read that. So going over one last time for my 10, I got Cardi B, Ski Mask, Lil Xan, T Grizzly, Tekashi 6ix9ine, Trippie Redd, Lil Pump, Rich Brian, NBA Youngboy, and Jaden Smith. So if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, I don't know, do what you do. Appreciate you. Peace.